ladies and gentlemen, it's Greg here again. Just a small update again of what I've been doing. I've actually finished the Bloody Bill Panther tank with matte Hill scale models. One thing I haven't done is painted the blue bucket yet, but most of it is all finished now apart from the blue bucket. So without further ado, I'll show you what I've been doing with it to finish it off. Right, let me just get the camera right for you. There we go. As you can see, there's nothing changed drastically since last time I did it. It's just a little bit of bits and pieces of pin washes and things like that, and a bit of the camo netting again over the turret, which should be a bit farther up there actually, that. And a figure, which was a resin figure which I got from Allied Express, which I was very happy with indeed. Let me just see if I can get the picture of him better. Let's have a look and bring the light up there. There we go. Now, let's bring it back over here. I don't know if you can quite see him. Again, he's not too bad. He's not too bad at all. So it's just on one of those plinths again. I say we'll be doing it into a dio eventually. But yeah, it was an enjoyable build. Didn't rush it. Been over a month I think since we started doing this, off and on. I know Matt's got his. He said last time I spoke to him, he's got his paint ready to go. So hopefully he'll be cracking on with it. So he hasn't been too well, so he'll catch up. I'm sure he will. But yeah, it was a really enjoyable build. I'd say the only problems I had was with the tracks, which are a nightmare to build, but they do look nice when they're on the kit. And say with the suspension, I was very thin, because the wheels were so tight with the polycaps. Once you got the wheels on, there was no way they were going to come off even with the polycaps, because I actually snapped one of the things off. Luckily I got it back on, but I think anybody, like I said in my last video, if anybody needs to do anything, it's just to get a sandpaper and just sand the edges, make a taper, and then obviously you'll get them off and on better. So that's the only two things that was really, wrong with the kit to a certain degree. But everything else went together beautifully, as you can see. So the Zimmery was okay, the Zimmery sheet which came separate. It went down, actually the fit wise was superb on it, really was nice, but as soon as it started to dry it just peeled up, it just came away from the edges. So I finished up sticking a lot of it down with super glue, which was it was a pain in the bum. But now I know I've got the King Tiger, the Meng King Tiger, which I'll be doing very shortly, the similar sort of stuff, so at least I'll know what needs to be done with it. Yeah, so the tracks look nice. The spare track looks nice with the actual things going through the centre. The rods, I suppose they are. Track rods looks quite nice. And all I did with those is I did with the tracks. I used the. That's something for a change. I thought I'd try it. I just used the. Let's move. That's the one I want. Is the Vallejo wash. There we are. That stuff there, like a dipping wash. Is with the airbrush, and I sprayed all the tracks with that. Just gradually, first I did the Nato black on top of the tracks, and then I gradually built up a nice colour with that, maybe 2 or 3 layers with it, and it came out just that nice base colour that you could work from, as you can see from the tracks on the side there. And on the other side here is 3 tracks actually, so you can see better. That's it. And I got a sort of nice colour on them, and then I just finished them off with a bit of a rust wash. Built it up gradually again, and it seems to have come out really well. You see the back of the actual tank is quite nice as well. The detail is really nice. I say I haven't got the log fastened down, but I did tell you last time I made some jerry cans and that, just to I'd seen a picture with them on, so I thought, well, we'll use them up and put them on where it said it could go on. I said there's both the buckets, but I say one of them is going to be painted blue, the blue bucket Buddy build. But yeah, I was really happy with it. It's come out. So again with the side skirts, they were 4-wedge, so they're easy, nice and easy to bend. And the Zimmered sheet again that went on, and some of them I'd deliberately left on the edges so I could chip them. Just lightly weathered. After that bit of say my go-to stuff at the moment is the what's this the one here? Yeah, the Cromlech trench earth. There we go. That's what I've been using at the moment, and I was on the tracks and on the the front of the tank and on the rear, and a bit on the sides, on the side skirts. Just put it on with. I made a mix actually. I think I've still got the container with it in somewhere. Well, I did have. That's gone disappeared now. I just mixed it with a bit of X20 from the. To me, an X20 made it like a mush, a paste, and I just gradually stippled it on, and when it was dry, brushed off what I didn't want on the tracks. That was on the tracks. Obviously, I put the onto the actual hull. I just did that by dry brush, just dry brush it all on, and then just got the X20 again and just dotted round it so it set on the tank. So the figure's okay. So the first resin figure I've actually ever painted. So it's not too bad at all. One thing I don't like is his hand, but I can't really do much with that. It looks a bit large, so I might have to look at that again. But yeah, a nice kit. I would recommend it, apart from there was there were a couple of problems. So, but yeah, nice kit. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. So that's that. I shall just take that off there for now, and show you what else I've been doing with the other ones that I've been doing. So that's going to be finished. That'll go into me case. And I've been doing the Matilda, which I've got to this stage at the moment with it. Camouflage pattern. I know people have commented saying they didn't actually use the blue, it was more of a silver grey, but I just followed it to me instructions and I did it that colour. So fair enough, if it's not historically correct, it'll, after all it's only a model, isn't it? It's not as if it's life and death, but I can remember taking it on board for next time I do something with this kind of camouflage. But it was a nice way, it's a nice little vehicle. Tamiya, typical Tamiya again, goes together beautifully, no problems, no fit issues, anything at all. And how I did the camouflage, I obviously before I did any of the camouflage, it was all sprayed NATO black and then a bit of a shadow coat on top of that. And then I did the desert yellow just in the places where I knew it was going to be first, as you can see from all around the tank, on the side skirts and things like that. And then I masked that off, and I did the blue. So I had a straight line there and a straight line there. So I masked all the brown, the desert yellow off, and then I sprayed the blue. And then I did the same again, masked all the the blue off and the desert yellow to do the green. It was a bit time consuming, but the end result is quite nice. So now this is getting to the stage of now to be sort of get the, let's come off there, the hatch, it's moving. Yeah, so this is now going to get to the stage of being deckled first and then dull coated. See, I do it the other way around. People do gloss coat. I use a dull coat and then I do a decals. Sorry, I do the decals first and then I do a dull coat. And I've never had any problems with that. So that's where I went with that. So it's quite a nice build. Really nice build. Yeah, it's quite impressive. So I got some figures for it as well, but not the figures from the kit, some other figures I'm using. As I say, I'm going to do something completely different with it. Well, not completely different, but a few pictures that I found on the internet. I thought I'll try that. So yeah, so that's that done. So as far as we're concerned now, they say it'll be the decals next, and then the dull coat, and then that'll be left for a day to cure, and we can start the weathering and other bits and pieces. So the only thing I've got to go on there at the moment is the spade and a bit of Pioneer tools. Most of the other stuff is on. The tracks need to be finished off on there. Unfortunately I broke the blue, as you can see it's broken there, but I'm going to try and mend that, take it off and mend it and put it back on, but you know, wear and tear exposure could make it that way. And the hatches, I'm going to find out what colour the hatches are inside. I know the German was like creamy white, so I have to find out what the English was. That's easy enough done. I'll just go on to Google. But yeah, so that was another nice build. And let's have a look. I said I haven't really done much since last time with the IS.3 from the front of the Tamiya one. I say I've done very little on that since last time. I think I've just stuck up a few of the other bits and pieces on, but everything else is ready. This is ready to be weathered. So I might, obviously when I've got dull coated and whatever, I can start the weathering process on this. And today I got, let me just put, I was telling you last time, I've got the trumpeter version as well, which arrived this morning. So there's a slight difference. I think the engine was different, and I think they did some side skirts on it. So I picked this up for £17. So yeah, so I'm going to build this as well, but I'm not going to do it in the Russian green this time. I'm going to do something completely different. So let me just see where I'm going. You can't see what I'm doing, can you? So let me just move that out the way for now. We can zoom out a little bit. You can see I've got like I say, I got this morning. It's £17 off somewhere off the internet. Foreign. It came in 2 weeks' time, so I'm going to just build that. So you can see the slight side skirts on it here. So obviously this is the IS.3 JS3 Mark 3M. So obviously this is a later version than the first one. But yeah, I just wanted to compare the two and see what the difference is, and compare the two between Trumpeter and Tamiya. For £17, I thought, yeah, I'll have a go at that and try that. And there's a kit I've been after for absolutely ages. So you'll have to excuse the next door neighbour. He's doing some building work. Yeah, so I say the kit I've been after for a long time. It's just been so expensive, and I've never been able to afford it. I was just on the internet, on browsing on eBay, and I spotted this Sherman Firefly, Dragon VC Firefly. I see, I've been after a Firefly for ages. I actually got it for £34, which fantastic. I didn't think I'd win it, but I got it for £34, so that'll be a kit review next. I think I shall be doing that and letting you know what it looks like. Usually Dragon, I suppose they are quite nice Dragon kits, but just the instructions let them down. Yeah, so I believe this is the Firefly that took out the what's it called? German Ace. Mine's gone blank. I believe this was the one that took that Tiger out. Whitman, sorry, Michael Whitman. I think this is the tank that took it out. Historically, I think it's correct. I'm not too sure. There's other claims, other people did it, but a lot of people say it was this tank here. So that goes. I've got to say, I have a Tiger. That obviously I showed you the new trumpeted Tiger. So I might even possibly do something with those two together on a Dio in the future. Yeah, but I say I'm really pleased I got this. It's just one thing I've been after for such a long time. I was going to try and convert one of the Tamiya Shermans that Steve Watson kindly sent me, but now I've got this, I don't need to. So that'll be a kit review very shortly with that. And I'd just like to say a thank to Mr. Beasley, who sent me a resin gun barrel for the Leopard 2A 6M Canadian version with the bird cage armour. He kindly sent me this last week. He has the kit himself, but he didn't use the barrel. So he kindly sent it to me for when I do actually use. So you can't even really see it. Sorry about the glare. Yeah, so I've got that off him. So it was really nice of him to send me that. So when I get round to building the Canadian Panther, I think that'll probably be my first modern tank that I'll be building. I shall be using that. I said they've got the gun muzzle in there, the gun muzzle, all the little bits and pieces. It tells you there's obviously instructions there. It says it's for the Hobby Boss Leopard 2A4 MK, so it's actually totally designed for that, because I did notice in the kit itself there's 2 barrels. So, but yeah, thank you again, Mr. Beasley. It went. That's a nice gesture. So I think that's where I'm at the moment. I don't think. Oh, sorry, bloody hell. My good friend Paul, who Paul Scale Models, he sent me a little kit for my birthday last month. Well, sorry, beginning of this month. Nice little Tamiya Panzerkampfwagen 4 or 3, 4, yeah, 4. Sorry. So a nice little Tamiya build again. So that should go together. Look, that really should go together nicely. So it's thank you very much, Paul. And I did get your air gun sorted for you, your airbrush sorted. It needed new seals and a good clean, so I've done that and I'll be sending that back to you very shortly. Yeah, so that's a nice little kit. That's just like an afternoon kit for me, I think. It's quite an old one, but I say everything else, I say probably everybody else has done a kit review in it, so I may as well do one as well. As you can see, obviously with the it's the old one with the batteries and for the engine, but it doesn't matter. These all to me kits are really nice builds. So thanks again very much, Paul. Much appreciated with that. So I think that's where I'm at the moment. I don't think there's anything else at the moment. So I'll be carrying on with the Matilda today. I'm getting on with that, and once I've got it deckled up and ready to be dull coated, I shall be on to the IS3. So I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching, and thank you again to my subscribers and a few new ones that I'm picking up quite on a regular basis now. It really is much appreciated. So this is Greg signing off, and we'll speak soon.